Que lo que, mi gente? This is your boy Rick Diesel. Y regresamos to another episode of the MIGO Experiment. Today, I have a special guest in the building. He goes by the name of Jvvi Rodriguez. It's a pleasure, my brother.
Yes, sir.
Jvvi. So, Jvvi is an artist from the DMV area representing, well, what country?
El Salvador.
El Salvador.
Yes, sir.
I love El Salvador.
Yes, sir.
You know they call me a Salvadoricano, right?
I never heard no one say
Some people call me that. Some people call me that. It's all good. It's all good. I got a lot of Salvadorian family out here. You know what I'm saying?
No, I know though, bro. No, I can say that.
But Jvvi, man, so man, talk to us about who Jvvi is. And what I really wanted to ask you before we get into everything is, Jvvi, how did you get into music?
Well, I've been into music all my life, for real. I think, like a lot of people, I grew up in the church.
Yeah.
So I started like playing the guitar, singing in church, and then from there, I've always been in music. Like since I was in the 5th grade, I played trombone. I played trombone until I got to college. I went to college playing trombone. So yeah, I went to Puerto Rico on like a tour with the orchestra playing trombone.
They invited y'all to go play out there.
They pay for everything.
Oh,
so I like do my shows in the morning, do all my rehearsals in the morning. I'd be out at night, bro. I'd be out. I'd be in Hangueo and stuff like that.
So were you like the type of kid that was like in chorus all the time and stuff?
I was never in chorus.
Never in chorus, but you were in the band.
Yeah, always. I was always. I know how to play trombone, saxophone, trumpet. I love that, all that stuff. I never wrote music or anything like that until, I guess, like when I started writing music. It was until, I always had the idea, but I just never knew how to get there, how to do it myself. Yeah. Until I want to say, dang, it's been like 3-4 years now. Oh, wow. My boy had like, he had a studio in his, it wasn't even a studio, it's that bedroom type of studio, you know what I mean? Yes,
every artist starts with those.
Like recording on FL type studio. And he would be like, yeah, bro, pull up. Like, he wasn't charging me nothing because he was just starting himself. He was younger than me. He was like 2-3 years younger than me. Right. Shout out to Leo. That's his name, Leo, my boy. Respect. Yeah. He's from my city.
I think I know Leo. Do I know Leo?
Nah, bro. That dude's low key, bro. Low key type of dude. But he's mad cool. He produced one of my first songs. He recorded the first song I ever dropped too. It's on SoundCloud still, bro. Wow. Yeah, it was more of an English song before any type of reggaeton. I remember too, like back then, I was listening to more reggaeton too. So
when you call it an English song, like what? Like you said, it's an English reggaeton or what?
Nah.
It was R&B.
Nah, it was like
rap.
It was like a trap type of rap. I don't even know how to. It was like a soulful type of trap, bro. I don't even know how to explain that shit.
Okay.
But yeah, he started. He definitely. If it wasn't for that kid, bro, I wouldn't be making music right now. That's a fact. And he was, at the time, I was like 21, so he was like 17. Yeah. I don't even think he had graduated yet, or he had just graduated. He was like 18. Oh, word. Young.
How old are you now, by the way?
I'm 23. I'm about to be 24 next week.
Oh, man, you're super young, bro.
Yeah, I feel old, bro. I feel like I'm running out of time.
Nah, you got a lot of time, brother. You got a lot of time.
I feel like I'm running out of time, bro. That's why I'm always trying to do something, because it's like, if I'm not doing it right now, then I'm never going to get to it.
I dig it.
I completely dig it. That's the way my mind works, at least.
Yes, sir. I respect it.
So, yeah.
So let me ask you this. Like, what artists inspired you to create music? Like, or was it an artist or a family member or anything like that?
There was never a family member. I mean, I guess, like, just in general, just the way I was brought up, I guess it like created a song in me, if that makes sense. Okay. But no one really influenced me, like, oh, you should make music, or like, oh, you should sing, or oh, you should do band. It was just, I always loved music, so it was always something that was a part of me. Yeah. And then I guess artist-wise,
like, who were you listening to that was just like, you know what, maybe I could do this?
I remember in elementary school, every single morning before I would go get the bus, like back then in elementary school, middle school, it was always like, what was it, MTV3? Yes, I remember like the first few artists that I remember listening to was Calle 13. Fire. And I'd say Wisin y Yandel for the reggaeton scene, but I think like one of my biggest influences, mad random, bro, but you know Kings of Leon? Of course. You Somebody? Yes. Like, yeah, bro. 100% my favorite song, dog.
That is really random.
From the fourth grade, bro. I remember hearing that song. I just fell in love with it, and I was like, I don't know why, I just loved it.
That's what's up.
But in high school, I like taught myself how to play guitar, And then I was just really heavy.
You taught yourself how to play guitar?
Yeah.
Like via YouTube or something?
Yeah, so my mom got me a guitar for Christmas, and I was like, like, I felt like kind of aprovechado, and I was like, do it coming with lessons? And she was like, band lessons? She was like, I think on YouTube. And I was like, fuck.
I got enough of the guitar. That's about it.
Yeah, exactly. She said, I did my part, you do yours. I was like, fuck, bro. All right. So I literally would look up X Factor videos for like a year or two straight.
Wow. Like
I would literally look up X Factor acoustic videos, and then I would just like pause, and then I would just like try to mimic however they would play.
Wow.
And then I had a lot of friends in church who would play guitar, so I would just pick up on things like that, and I would just start like that.
Wow.
So I think I was like a junior or a senior. I just started making like videos of myself playing guitar and singing, doing covers. And it got to like 300 followers. And back then, like, I'm a kid. I'm in high school still. I'm a junior, senior. I was just doing it. But I never took it seriously, nothing like that. Like, I was just, I remember the page was called I Kinda Singing Stuff. All one word. I Kinda Singing Stuff. And people would fuck with it too. But like, back then, I guess, me daba pena or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
As if my talent wasn't something that, no one was doing that type of stuff or making music around me. So I would just do it just to do it. Because I enjoyed it, I'm
amazed at the fact that your mom actually bought you the guitar. It makes me think about the Kanye West documentary. Have you seen that lately?
I haven't seen it yet.
So when you do see it, I'm not going to spoil it for you, but when you do see it, you're going to see the fact that Kanye's mom has so much support for him. And that just made me think of, you telling me that your mom had bought you the guitar. Did you express to her that you wanted to play the guitar?
It was more like I was in church trying to. I remember it was this random dude. He wasn't random. Like he was a church friend.
Gotcha. And
he was like, "Yo, Chino," because everyone knows me as Chino.
Gotcha.
And he was like, "Hey, Chino, do you want to play guitar for this one special?" And I was like, "I don't know how to play." He was like, "Come in my house. I'll teach you how to play." And bro, I remember he tried teaching me.
Yeah.
For like one day before we had to go on and perform in front of this whole church. Yeah. And they muted my guitar.
Oh my God.
There's a bunch of people playing guitar. They muted my guitar. But ever since that day, I just started trying to play guitar, and I just grew interested in it. And I would always, every time I saw a guitar, I was trying to play it. So for Christmas, she got it to me. I was losing my mind, bro. I was sized. I mean, that's what I wanted,
So you play guitar, you play trombone. Nobody really inspired you to play music, but you say that you played music in church is where you got some type of guidance or some type of training from some friends and things like that.
Yeah.
Where did you pick up writing songs? How did that come about?
Writing songs, I wrote my first song with my friend in that room. I remember I was writing with him.
In that bedroom?
Yeah. Yeah. But
bedroom studio?
Yeah, for sure. But I remember writing the song. I remember the day. I remember where I was at. I remember everything. It was the first time that I ever went to P14. And I remember we was lit beforehand.
Well, what is P14?
P14 on 14th Street. It's a brunch spot.
Okay.
I had just turned 21, and I was on the way. We were walking there, and they didn't let my mans go in because he had sweatpants on. And you can't wear sweatpants there.
Damn.
So he was like, bro, and I be thrifting. Back then I was thrifting a lot, and I was selling trading, so I always had clothes on me. Yeah. I was like, yo, bro, take the keys, go get those pants in my car, and then come back and wait for you right here. He's like, all right, cool. So he goes, and then I'm just there and like just waiting for him outside of P14, and then I just start writing lyrics. De repente, like something came out of nowhere. It was just like I just started writing on my notes.
Were you listening to a beat or something, nothing, or it was just like poem wise?
Yeah, like nothing. Okay. There was nothing. Then I don't know what I felt in me. I just started writing right there on the spot. I remember the first lyric I wrote and everything.
What was it?
It was I feel my skin going white like a ghost, climbing up, and now I don't need no rope. And I remember writing that shit just right there. Yeah, I remember that. It was right there, and then it's funny though because to go to P14 you gotta walk straight, and I was waiting for him on the corner. He went around, so I was there waiting for him, and then he texted me while I just kept writing and writing just like random things. Yeah. And then he texted me, he's like, bro, where are you? I was like, bro, I'm waiting for you. Where are you? He's like, I'm inside. I was like, this dude, bro. Like,
Okay, so basically, you started songwriting when you were waiting for your boy to come back with the new pants on, so you can get up in the club in the brunch in the day party, right? Day party brunch, and he didn't know, but he did a favor for you. He actually, like, you know what I'm saying, pushed you to write a song. So how long after that did you write like your first song and stuff?
So I didn't know it, but what I was writing, I want to say like maybe a week or two later, I was in that bedroom studio and recording that song. I remember it, clear as day. And then from there, at the time, I was throwing a lot of parties. And then I guess people started noticing me because I was throwing parties. And then because of that, I think the first person that I met really was Anna Mays and Mark Henry. And then I met her on accident. I met her at the time I was going to school here in Washington, Venice. And then, you know, when you're like 21, when you're like, you don't know any clubs, the first club that you always go to in DC, Ultra Bar. So I went to Ultra Bar, and I guess she was hosting that day. I didn't know anything about her. I didn't know anybody. And then I had met like one of the promoters outside the club because I couldn't get in because I didn't know there was a dress code there too. So this dude literally is like, yo, come with me. And then he gives me a button up. He's like, let's go.
He gave you a button up?
He gave me a button up, bro. And it ended up being the dude that gave me a button up was a promoter.
Oh, snap.
So then, like, he's like, yeah, bro, you can just chill with my section. What's your name? And I was like, Javi, bro, what's your name? He was like, oh, XYZ. Shout out to Joel. That was his name. Joel from
Joel. Shout out to Joel.
Shout out to Joel. And then, yeah, he was there. He was messing with me. I didn't know anybody. I wasn't making music. I wasn't throwing parties at that time. And I like was just there in this section, and then there's this girl like on the sofas, on the couches.
So she's getting you drunk?
Yeah, literally. So we took the shot together, and she was like, what's your name? I was like, oh, I'm Javi. You can call me Chino. It's easy to remember. Da, da, da. And she's like, oh, I'm Anna. I was like, oh, nice to meet you. And we're just talking, you know, like.
So Anna Mays was the one giving you the drinks?
Yeah.
Oh, that's dope.
That's why I was like, I finessed my shot just to like talk to her or whatever.
Okay.
Because she had the bar, and like, you know, I was just talking to her.
That's
you know,
dope.
At the time, I had a clothing brand, or I was trying to buy, sell, trade. So I was trying to network with anybody and everybody. So I didn't care if you were a nobody, if you were somebody. Like, I was just trying to get my name out there so that you could. Like, potentially, it's a potential client, you know what I mean?
How long ago was that?
That's 3 years ago.
3 years.
That's 3 years ago.
Wow.
That is, like, right there. I think that's 4 years ago. Because the first time I was in a studio recording was in 2019, in summer of 2019. And then I met Anna in 2018, like, I want to say, like, September, October 2018. So I've known Anna for almost 4 years. But the thing is that I didn't know Anna like that. I didn't know she did music. So I was like, yeah, let me get your Instagram. And she's like, okay. And she puts it in my phone, and she had like 15,000 followers. I was like, this is you? And, you know, at the time, I was like so impressed. And like, you know, I was like, that's crazy, you know, like this is you? And she was like, yeah, it's me, da da da. And I was like, all right, cool. If this is you, then make sure you follow me back. She's like, yeah, my phone's dead. And I was like, okay, you better follow me back. Like, you know what I mean? I want you to follow me back. Like, I want to know you. And from there, she's like, I got you. The next morning, I woke up and she had followed me. I remember being excited, bro. I was like, oh, she got 15,000 followers.
Because people always get you with that, yeah, my phone dead, so I got you.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I understood, you know, especially because she's an artist. She makes music. She was hosting all that. But really humble people, really cool people.
Super humble, man. I met her once. And the moment I met her, man, it was such a dope vibe, man.
Yeah, no, she's really good at it. She's really cool people. And she works hard for her craft. That's a fact. So fast forward to when I started making my first song.
Yeah, fast forward. I want to know fast forward to you doing music in Spanish now. Because you're doing music in English at that point.
Yeah, so right there, at that point, I was trying to throw parties. So the way that I got an idea for my party is that there was this big event in DC, and it was a buy, sell, trade event. And so you bought your table, your vendor there, and then it was like a big ass party. And then from there, I was like, all right, cool. I brought that idea from DC to Virginia, and I was like, okay, well, I can do the same thing where I rented out a venue, and then I just told different vendors from around the area, like, yo, we're gonna have a cookout on this day. Like, you have to pay $50, and then I'm gonna invite people. I'm gonna get the DJs. I'm gonna get a spot, and then you try to sell, and then you try to make your money back. So, all right, cool. I invited Anna. I invited like a bunch of people. I invited Pedro Knight was there. DJ Heavy D. Like a lot of DJs, DJ Pony, like a lot of people, and
socializing the DMV.
Yeah. And it ended up being so much so that, like, it turned into more of a party than it was a buy sell trade event.
Yeah.
But people loved it.
Yeah.
And the best thing about it was, like, I've always been the type to, if I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do it with purpose. You feel me? So, I also promoted it as like a charity event. So that day people were bringing a bunch of school supplies and stuff like that. Smart. And like a bunch of like backpacks, school supplies, a bunch of clothes, and I sent it all to El Salvador.
Wow.
So I guess with that same concept, I was like, well, people liked it. People were asking for more. I kept doing it. And then the first one was like 100 people. Second one was like 350 people. The third one was like crazy. It was like, I want to say 600 people in a big ass backyard in like Timbuktu, Virginia. Wow, it was insane.
I gotta come to the next one. If you make another one, bro. I gotta come, bro.
I haven't made that though. The thing about back then is like we was mad reckless. Yeah. Because we were just doing it in backyards and then just hoping for the best.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like now I move more into clubs with the same concept, but it's because it's more organized. Yes. Because there was the third party with the 600 people. I had to call the ambulance on my own party. I cannot make this up, bro. So there was like this kid in the back, he's passed out, and then like my man's like, "Yo, this was in his pocket, gives me an inhaler," and I had security. Like I wasn't playing games, I had security, I had a headset. I was like, "Yo, let me get security." Security comes over, he was like, "Yo, call the ambulance." I called 911 on my own party. Like thankfully, you know, no one got hurt, but like uno nunca sabe. Amen. So you know what I mean. But yeah, bro. So like after all of that, I guess like that momentum and all that, I guess like me getting like my name out there. Yeah. And then Mark Henry reached out to me like, yo, you know, like we should work. And I was like, hell yeah, like I want to work. You know, I want to make music. That was always my thing. It wasn't like I was trying to make a name for myself to promote myself. You know, it was more like I love music and I'm doing this. So I wanted to pursue both of them. Mm-hmm. So then Mark and Anna invited me to the studio, which is right around Beltsville, and it's in Mark's crib, and then Anna just recorded. I remember that day, it was weird because they make music. Right. You know what I mean? That's their life. You know, Mark and Anna breathe, sleep, eat music. Right. You know, I was just something I was doing whenever I had time, or like trying to figure out where I could make music and stuff. Mm-hmm. And I remember I pulled up, and then I just sat. It was like a long table, and then it was just like Mark, Anna, and me, and I, and then we're just there. We start talking, and then Mark Henry's a talented dude, bro. Mm-hmm. He's a visionary. I'll tell you that right now. And he's just like, yeah, how's your day, bro? I was like, my day's good, bro. Like, you know, just talking to him about my day and stuff. And then he was like, so like, what's your favorite song right now? And he just like, I show him I was like, oh, I really like this one. I play this one. I'm getting ready. I play this one at the club. I play this, da da da. He was like, oh, okay, cool. And then he literally just puts on his headphones right there, and he just starts going. Like, didn't say nothing else, just started going. And then Anna's like, okay, let's go to the room where they had a little booth set up. And then we just start bouncing off ideas in between each other. And then we just start writing, and then we start taking melodies and listening to other melodies and things like that. And then from there, I made, I think I got there like at 8. I didn't leave until like 5 in the morning. So you basically, she gave you it was like a writing camp almost. It was like a writer camp on the spot. Yeah. Like an hour into us two, like just coming back and forth with ideas, Mark walks in and he was like, yo, come here. Because Mark Henry's like very like nonchalant, very casual type of dude. Mm-hmm. He's like, yo, come here. And I was like, all right. And he's like, sit down. And I sat down. He's like, all right, put this on. And then I don't know how he did it, but like it's as if everything that I told him about my day, about what was going on, the type of music that I was listening to, it's like he translated into something that I could record on. Okay. That's the best way to explain it. And then I was like, nah, yeah, bro, we could do something with this. Yeah, let's do it. So Anna and I are just going through, and we would start recording. And back then, I guess I wasn't used to recording like that.
It was your first time recording? Well, the first professional recording.
Exactly, you know what I mean? It was more like, because it wasn't on FL no more, it was on Pro
It wasn't in the bedroom either.
Exactly, you know, they have a little booth set up there and all that, so, you know, Anna's there, like, guiding me, like, why don't you do it like this? Like, do it again, like, do it over, you know, and I guess I just fell in love with the process, you know, to do like an intro, a hook, and a verse. It took me, bro, I'm telling you, I left like at 5 a.m, bro. What's that like? I was like 6 hours recording just for like an intro and a hook.
You were excited, and the fact is, when you're doing something dope like that, bro, you don't really look at the time.
You don't. But it was work though, you know, and it took a while because I wasn't, it was not something that I was doing.
Yeah, you weren't seasoned.
Exactly. So I did it, and, you know, Anna had patience with me, and I think that she like really was the first one to like really believe in me. It was like, yo, you could do something.
That's fire.
So from there, we dropped the song, and I remember I had like, I remember the first time I saw him play in the club. Because at that time, after throwing all those parties, you know, people started knowing me. I started meeting a bunch of promoters. I started meeting MIGO Productions. Like, I started meeting everybody. And it was Sicario, Nelson's birthday at Bar. It was a whole weekend of his beat. You know, he was going on. He's a promoter. He's young. You know, like we were throwing all these parties together, and like people were starting to know him. It was a Friday, Saturday, Sunday. He got a whole Airbnb. We were there all 3 days, and like I remember it was a Friday night, and it was at Bar Bao, and then Mark and Anna showed up with me. And then Mark was like, yo, I'm gonna get them to play a song. I was like, bro, no way. Like, I'm losing my mind, bro. I was like, there's no way you're gonna have, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then, like, I'm there, we're getting lit, you know? Like, at that point, I was drinking, like, heavy. Like, I was like, let's drink, like, shots, you know? And then, de repente, I just hear my song, and I hear my voice, and I'm like, there's no fucking way. Like, there's no way that this is playing right now. And I remember I have a video of them, like, recording me because my song is on. That's the first time I ever felt that. Yes. And I was like, yo, that's crazy. And
that's
I just, heck yeah, bro. They played my song that day. They played my song that Saturday at Sachi's now, before it was Late Lounge.
Yes.
They played it there, and then they played it at P14 on Sunday. It was 3 days in a row. And then I was with Anna and Mark, and they helped me, like, you know, put my foot in the door with DJs, and they're like, you just gotta ask him, bro, and you just gotta give it to him. You know, now I'll go to any DJ, like, you got my song? Okay, cool. Yo, you don't got my song? Turn on your airdrop right now, bro. Like, I'll do it myself, you know, like,
because you never know in the area. Every DJ wants to be like that new DJ who introduces the new artist who's gonna pop off in the area. So everybody's gonna take a chance to hear you out. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta have quality.
There's definitely been a lot of DJs that have supported me since that track.
That's fine.
For sure. DJ Enemy is a big dude that helped me out a lot.
That's my boy.
At P14, he's always showed love to any song that him. DJ Heavy D has been my DJ from the beginning. DJ Pony from VA. Them two. DJ MC Jr. has always supported me too. DJ Explosive también. Just a handful of names. DJ Chito, DJ Machado's played me at Decades too. Just a lot of DJs. And I guess, you know, looking back at it, it's just a lot of dudes that really like supported me, where I like walk up to them like, oh, you think you can play my song? Like, yeah, bro, I got you. Like, just airdrop it to me. No, there's never been a time where it's like, nah, bro, you can't. You know, it's just, I feel like I try my best to like just give off good energy, and then from there, like, I just hope and pray, like, if my good energy just takes me somewhere, you know. That's why I always try to be like just as humble and as just like a good person I am to anybody, because life is a circle, you feel me? And you do good unto others, good will come back to you, you know. I don't do things with like, oh, I'm gonna do this so that you know, one day, like, oh, they get my back, you know. It's just like I
have good intentions.
Exactly, you know. I do right by everybody, and life has just paved the way for me, you know. That's fine. So, gracias a Dios.
How long ago was that?
That was 2019.
2019.
2019 was when I just called The Morning. It was Anna, Maze, and I.
Okay.
2019. And then from there, we kind of like, there was a point in my life going into 2020 where it was just a hard time in my life, where I didn't have a place to stay at. I had no job. I didn't know if I was going to do music. I didn't, you know, it was just a really like unstable time in my life. And I guess I just told Anna, like, you know, I can't really do music right now, you know, like, as much as I want to. And at the time, it was quitting, and I felt like I kind of gave up on myself, because I had, you know, other things to take care of. You know, that's just how life is.
You got to survive, man.
You know, exactly. And I had a girlfriend at the time, and I guess, you know, I just paid so much attention to that girlfriend, that like the majority of 2020, I dropped a song like at the beginning of 2020, no video, just dropping a song just to drop music. And then I didn't drop a song until bro, the end of 2020. So it was like a year that I didn't drop music. I wasn't working. I wasn't in studios. I was always writing though. Yeah. Always writing. From that point, it's just I fell in love with just the process of like writing music. So I would always write things down. Like if we're having a conversation, I hear something, I'll write it down. Or if I hear something like and I like a word, like I'll write one word. Or if I think of a word while I'm driving, like I'll write it down. And then going into like all that was 2020. So it was like a hard period of time where I just wasn't focused on me. You know. Like, I guess not intentionally, but I wasn't focused on myself.
A lot of times, in my point of view, a lot of times it's a lot of things that we're focused on while we're trying to make music. And there's things that can distract us, you know, not necessarily a relationship, but those could be one of those things if it's not in a healthy way.
100%.
You know what I'm saying?
100%.
And that's a lot of things too. I'm talking about work. I'm talking about your mental health. If you're not in a healthy place mentally and how you're living your life and how people are treating you, then it will affect your art.
100%.
It's just inevitable, and it happens to a lot of people.
Yeah.
It just takes time to gain that back. So I completely understand you on that tip, man.
For sure. And then,
you know, so what got you to the point that you're at now, where who you working with now and what's coming now? You know what I'm saying? Because I know that you're energized now. I can see it, man.
Oh yeah, bro. I've been working.
Yes,
I've been working last like year, couple months straight. I just been locked in, 100%. Like I said, at the end of 2020, like I really a lot of things just got better for me.
Yeah.
And then just going into 2021, I just met the right people. And 2020, I was, you know, I didn't have anybody to hold my hand no more. So I was like, at that point, it was me as an individual. I had to go get it on my own. You know, I had to go figure out if I really want to do this music, like how I'm going to do it, what am I going to do. And I met one producer who introduced me to another producer and introduced me to an engineer. I was paying for sessions for every single check because I was getting paid weekly at my old job. And I would just like $200 to the side every single week. Like I'm in the studio, investing in myself, investing in studio time. And I made this one song, and with the producer that was really helping me out. His name is After Party, and I think he was the first one who like brought my confidence out of myself. Where he was like, "Bro, you can do this. Like, if you keep working hard, you're gonna get somewhere." And shout out to After Party. That dude really got me to where I'm at. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be doing music right now. That's a fact. And he had produced a beat for me, and then I did a intro and a hook on it. And he was like, "Bro, I really like this. I'm gonna send it to one of my artists." And then the artist brought it back, and then he was like, "Yeah, let's book a session at XL Studios." And then I was like, "Yeah, bro, I'll pull up. Like, do I have to pay?" He was like, No, just pull up." And then I pulled up, and then that's where I met Max. Max. Yeah. Yes, sir. I met Max there. Really cool energy, really cool guy, and I was with another artist, Manny D. Cruz, and then we worked on a song that is gonna be dropping in the summer. Finally, after like, God, 2 años, bro. You know what I mean? So
true.
I'm thankful that finally everything's just coming back where I can start releasing music.
Yes.
And at that time, I guess Max really just liked my sound. I mean, we locked in together, and this was in like September. And then of 2020.
Yeah.
And then I got my own crib at the end of 2020.
Nice.
And I had posted, I was trying to record myself on Logic, and I posted on Instagram, and he was like, he like swiped up on my story. He was like, "Yo, let me know if you ever need help. I got you, da-da-da." I was like, "All right, bet, cool. Like, say less. Let's schedule for Tuesday." And he was like, "All right, cool." And then he comes. I remember I had just moved in, and my mom had locked the door to my room, and I called out because that used to be her crib, and she had locked the door behind her. So, "Yo, ma, the door's locked. Why is it locked?" And she was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I don't have a key. We're gonna have to go in there tomorrow." Da da da. And Max is in my crib, and we were gonna be recording in my room.
Oh, word.
So I was like, "Okay, man, no problem." I was like, "Yo, bro, give me a second. I cannot make this up, bro. It's like my hallway's like this, and the stairs right here." Yeah. I was like, "Yo, like step on the stairs real quick." He was like, "All right, cool." I like step back, and you can ask Max about this, bro. It's like I stepped back right here, and I literally went into the door, like kicking the door. Like I kicked it one time, and I like kicked open my door, bro.
You drop kicked the door.
I drop kicked the door, bro. And I cannot make this up, bro. For all of 2021, my door would not close.
Hey.
Like I would literally, if I'm in my room, like I don't want nobody in there, I put a big desk or a chair in front of it because it was just broken, bro. Like it was a whole broken door. And then Max is just like, you did not.
No more locked doors.
You did not just kick down your door, bro. And I was like, yo, like I'm trying to record right now, dog. You know what I mean? Like I'm trying to record. So all right, cool. So he set us everything up, and then like we got a YouTube beat, and then we just start recording, and then like we're just talking, and he helped me install Pro Tools on my computer, and he was just talking to me, bro. He was there for like 5-6 hours.
That's fine.
Just working with me and just, recording with me and just talking to me and just conversating. And then at the end of the session, I was like, yo, like, how much do I owe you? And he was like, oh, I actually want to talk to you about that, bro. And I was like, what? What's up? And he was like, I don't want to charge you. He's like, I think you're really talented. And if you just keep working hard, like, I want to work with you. Yeah. He was like, my only thing is like, you just have to keep working hard. I was like, bro, you're lying to me right now. I remember this conversation so clearly. I'm just looking at this dude and I literally start crying, bro. Dang. I was like, you don't understand, like, the amount of things that I had to go through for the last, like, year or 2 years. Yeah. Where, like, even right now, I'm getting a little emotional about it, bro. Because I remember that feeling right there, bro. I was like, it was like, bro, like, that was the first time I ever felt like someone believed in me.
For someone to believe in you,
for someone to invest in me. You know what I mean? Because the producers and engineers that I was working with, they liked me and they fuck with me and stuff. They believed in me and my talent. Yeah. But it's not like they were investing their money or their time in a sense where it was like at the same time I was still independent. Yeah. But Max wasn't signing me or anything. He was just like out of like his belief in me. He was like, I'll record you. You just have to keep working hard. I was like, okay, cool. In January, I dropped this song with the video, and I was like independently just funding all my stuff. And then I think midsummer, I dropped another video independently again, just doing my own stuff. And just working with Max all of 2021, we got like 20, 30 songs just unreleased right now. And just a lot that we've just been working on. Wow. Yeah, we've gone to, since I met Max, we've gone to Miami. I met with Pamela in Miami, A2F Studios. I've gone to House of Hits Studios, Rebel 11 Studios in Miami, just meeting a lot of people. And I think someone else too that I was introduced to that really believed in me since the beginning was Sway Diaz. Yeah, I heard that. Yeah, he invited me to. It was funny because he invited me to a writers camp in Orlando for Yaga, and then he had called me one morning, and it was a morning like right after I had gotten some check, I forget from what. And he calls me one morning. He's like, bro, what are you doing today? And I was like, oh, nothing. I'm just chilling. He was like, would you be down to come to Miami? I was like, when? He's like, today. I was like, yeah, I'll book my flight right now. And he was like, yeah. He was like, for real? I was like, no, yeah, I'll book it right now. And how long are we going to be there? Here. Okay, how much do I have to stay? Like, pay for the stay? He was like, no, we got you. Just come. And I was like, all right, cool. Bro, I cannot make this up. That was like at 8. I wasn't, at the time, I wasn't waking up early. And for some reason that day I woke up like at 8:39. He called me like right around that time. At like 5 o'clock I was on a flight to Orlando. Yes. And then I got on a flight to Orlando. We were there, and then from there we made a song, which was Dime Cuando with Sway and this other guy named Gino Mal. And then I think that has like 20,000 views. Like a lot of people in the area bumping this song. It was a really good experience because I had the beat. And the producer that I had gotten the beat from showed up to the writers camp too. I was like, I didn't know you were coming, bro. He was like, yeah. Oh. I was like, bro, we just put down an idea. I remember we wrote the song in the pool with Sway and Jay. We're all just there, and we're just like, oh, as soon as we heard the beat, we're like, this is the one we're gonna record on. Nice. And then I met Yaga there. I met Pamela that time, and then from there it's just been going up, bro. I guess just seeing Miami and seeing Sway work and seeing all these people in that environment, it's motivating. Like it's one thing to inspiring really invest in yourself, but it's another thing to like see people that do this every day. See people that it's like esto es su vida, but to get to that point, it's not like they got that on accident. That's pure hard work, so yeah, bro, I just seeing that is just made me want to work harder. So now we got a bunch of songs in the vault. Now we're working. I got a song dropping. I haven't decided yet. Maybe next week or the week after that.
Okay.
But one of the two, bro.
Okay. Yeah.
It's gonna be called Arrebatao. I'm gonna drop it. So
Arrebatao.
Yes, sir. That way, I want to drop it. I want to finish it. That way, it's ready to go for my next party.
¿Tú te arrebatas?
Yo.
I'm just asking because, I mean, come on, bro.
The song is
the name already.
It's funny though because the song I wrote it with my boy. Mm-hmm. He helps me write a lot, and we heard the beat, and I was like telling him how in Miami, when they write, it's like they have conversations about what they're writing. They don't just write and then just put it on. Like some artists do that, but like when I went to Miami, they talk about it. You know, they have whole conversations like, okay, this line is like this, but she's like this, but he's like that, and what are you feeling? Like trying to convey, you know, like on a personal level and connect with you. And I was telling my boy about that, and I was like, yeah, bro, like, you know, I want to have like this kind of conversation with you. Like, what do you feel at this beat? You know, like, what does this make you feel? Like, what do you see? Like, what is the visual? And then we came about, the song is about, it's like imagine you're in a club, right? And you just see like one specific girl that like stands out more than anybody else. She's by herself. She's like taking shots. She's not throwing it back on nobody, nothing like that. But like Bete comes on, bro, and she's just there and drinking like Bete, but she's by herself, you know. Okay. And like, you know, she's vibing and things like that. But like what you don't know is that like she's heartbroken. You know what I mean? Like she's trying to forget something. She's trying to move on. She's trying to move forward. She understands her past, but she's done living in the past, you know? Yeah. So, por eso anda arrebatado.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay. Okay. So you got slick with that concept.
Exactly.
I dig it.
So it's like, it's a concept that
I dig it.
That like me dropping it, I'm throwing this reggaeton party on March 12th. It's in a couple weeks.
March 12th.
And at that party, I was like, dang, I wonder how many heartbroken girls are gonna be there.
A lot.
You know what I mean?
A lot.
Exactly.
They're always there.
You know what I mean?
And guys.
Exactly. So it's like I want the thing of the song is like I wanted when like girls to hear it, like this is like I can relate to this. You know what I mean? Like you know, ella piensa en él pero no quiere llorar.
Don't give him too much. Don't give him too much, bro. Hey, you gotta let me hear that song when we get off this show right quick.
But yeah, bro.
I wanted to ask you, bro. So like, where can people find you, man? Where can people find you on the internet so they can, you know, follow you, listen to more of your music? Yeah. You know, platforms. Tell the people where they can find you, bro.
You can find me on Spotify, Apple Music, all platforms. Jvvi Rodriguez. On YouTube, Jvvi Rodriguez, Instagram, Twitter, Jvvi Rodriguez. You can follow me, but stay 6 feet behind, like away from me, or my girl gonna slap you, bro. And that's on everything. It's like that, but yeah, all platforms, Jvvi Rodriguez.
Okay. And y'all can follow me, Rick Diesel, at Rick Diesel on Instagram. And remember to follow the MIGO Experiment. Go comment, like, subscribe, and hit that little bell of notifications so y'all know when we're dropping more new videos. And ya ustedes saben, mi gente, MIGO Experiment out. Me cuida.